Welcome to the second part of the NCE revision on circulatory system. If you did not watch the first part, please consider watching it before this one. It is linked in the description box below. By the end of this video, you should be able to list the four main components of blood, outline their functions, list examples of cardiovascular diseases, show an awareness of the different factors that contribute to cardiovascular diseases and their preventive measures. The blood consists of the following components: red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Blood makes up about 7 to 8% of the body weight. For an average adult, this equates to around 4.3 to 5.6 liters of blood. There are 150 billion red blood cells in 1 ounce of blood. The human body manufactures 17 million red blood cells per second. Let's have a look at the red blood cells closely. The red blood cell contains the pigment hemoglobin, which is a special kind of iron-containing protein. Hemoglobin combines reversibly with oxygen to transport oxygen from the lungs to all cells in the body and distribute it. The red blood cells carry oxygen from your lungs to your tissues. They also bring carbon dioxide back to your lungs. Red blood cells make up almost half of your blood. The lifespan of a red blood cell is around 120 days. You should be able to mention that it is biconcave in shape as well. This is to maximize surface area for gas exchange, as well as for the red blood cell to squeeze through capillaries. White blood cells are larger than red blood cells but are fewer in numbers. They play a vital role in keeping the body healthy for fighting diseases. There are two types of white blood cells: lymphocytes and phagocytes. Lymphocytes produce antibodies that may protect the body from disease-causing microorganisms, while phagocytes kill the process of phagocytosis. Please pay attention that both of them have typical animal structures. For example, the cytoplasm, the cell membrane, and a nucleus. As you can see here, the shape of the nuclei are very different. This one is bean-shaped and this one is lobed shape, quite irregular. You also need to be able to recognize the blood components under a light microscope. Here, as you can notice, the red blood cell is darker on the edge and lighter in color in the middle. This is because of the biconcave shape of the red blood cell. So the hemoglobin has been accumulating on the edge because it is thicker. While when we're looking at both of those cells, if you tell me that you're confused and you don't know which one is which, it's very easy. Just look at the shape of the nucleus. It is lobed, thus it has to be a phagocyte. And if it is rounded in shape, it has to be a lymphocyte. You need to remember that phagocytes ingest foreign particles such as bacteria through the process of phagocytosis in order to destroy it. A phagocyte first engulfs the bacteria by flowing over them and enclosing them. You can clearly see how this phagocyte is flowing over bacterial cells and engulfing it here and digesting everything. Here's a good example of what's going on inside of the cell. It then ingests the bacteria. The ingested bacteria will be digested in the phagocyte. In the process of fighting with the bacteria at the site of the wound, some phagocytes are killed. These dead phagocytes, together with the dead bacteria, will form pus. When your immune system detects antigens, which are markers that indicate a threat that a bacterium cell or a virus has entered your body, your B cells produce antibodies to fight the invaders. Antibodies are protective proteins produced by your immune system. They attach to antigens such as bacteria, fungi, viruses, or toxins and remove them from your body. This is a lymphocyte, and these structures represent the antibodies. The next component of blood is platelets. Platelets are tiny cell fragments. They are not complete cells, like red blood cells or white blood cells. They are actually small disc-shaped cell fragments that are released from large bone marrow, called the megakaryocytes. Platelets are critical for blood clotting. Platelets are the essential blood clotting factor. When a blood vessel is damaged, platelets rush to the side and clump together to form a temporary plug, helping to stop excessive bleeding. The blood plasma is the liquid part of the blood, and it is primarily made up of water, along with various proteins, electrolytes, hormones, and waste products. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the blood pressure and transporting nutrients. We have seen how nutrients are being exchanged from the cells in the tissues and the blood in the capillaries in the previous videos. All of those nutrients and waste products are being transported through the plasma. Next, we will be talking about cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular diseases are the leading cause of death globally. They include conditions such as coronary artery disease, heart failure, stroke, and more. Major risk factors for coronary heart disease include high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels, smoking, diabetes, obesity, unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, and excessive alcohol consumption. Here you can see how an artery can get blocked with deposition of fats. What are the preventive measures against coronary heart diseases? A balanced diet is important to reduce the risk of atherosclerosis. Polysaturated plant fats should be substituted for animal fats. This may lower cholesterol level in blood. A healthy diet should also be rich in dietary fibers. You also need to have proper stress management. Smoking is harmful to the body and should be avoided. Regular physical exercise has long-term effects on the circulatory system. It strengthens the heart and maintains the elasticity of the arterial walls. The risk of high blood pressure or hypertension can greatly be reduced. Our body is designed to have a minimum of 30 minutes of exercise per day. So please look into it and have your 30 minutes of daily exercise. We have reached the end of this lesson. If you have any question pertaining to the concepts addressed, please feel free to comment below.